what you call the lead nurse or the great doula. Right? This we already know from our Nuwapian research. When you go into India, there was a scroll that gave them the description of the genome, but it was coded. And they passed it off as a sex manual and call it the Kama Sutra.
Oh yeah, it's right. Go ahead.
Now we ain't gonna pull that up because it's gonna show probably some butt-naked people on the cover. But in the Kama Sutra, the energy harness of each one of the sex positions tells you what DNA codon is being activated. They use the lewd act of sex to make people absorb the study in the culture that they was in. But it's coded because only the people from the culture know that the code exists. So you come along and you discover that it's coded and that the code is the codon. You see that it's a DNA thing. How do we know it? Because of what they call the nirgas, right? So we talking about the caduceus in Greece, the double serpent climbing the sword, right? With the feathers at the top, the symbol of Hermes himself, right? The winged guy who was the messenger of the gods. And he always done things expeditiously, very fast. So we know him today in modern animated series as Flash. But before he was Flash, he was called Mercury. Right? And so he carries the medical symbol for the Modern American Medical Association. Ain't that odd?
Yeah, it's hard.
If the devil is an attorney, you didn't know doctors were attorneys either, did
you? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The doctor's job is not about health. They are legally responsible to maintain Lulu Amalu and keep them in a working fashion for a minimum of 60 years. They're not allowed to have the technology that can turn that 60 into 250 easy. So where do we find geneticists that can tell us the leads to finding this longer life process? I want you to pull up Cynthia Kenyon. I'm gonna spell the name for you when you get to the screen.
Cynthia Kenyon. So hold up.
We finna get educated today.
All right, you already got me some Jews on me, man.
T-Y-N-T-H-I.
C-I-N.
T-Y-N.
Oh, T-Y-N.
T-H-I-A. No. I-A, new word. I-A, then new word. Not A-I, I-A. Well, you can leave it at that. I-A-K-E-N-Y-O-N.
Okay.
All right. Go to where it say videos. We're not going to play this video, but I'm going to show them where to look.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. What you got?
Okay, now, what she's telling us about in these videos, you can just scroll down just so they could get a good look at who I'm talking about.
Genetic control.
She is a gerontologist, right, out of UCLA Berkeley, who discovered something called a human aging hormone and a receptor blocker. Now, Go back to the Bible for a minute. If you think they're not doing genetics, she's telling you what she discovered that's related to the aging process that makes the cells break down. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you scroll, you go right there where it say key moments, and you go right to see where it say 10 key moments in the middle.
Yeah.
And then right over that, nope, it's not that one. No, you passed it. It's up. It's up, son. The video I was looking for is up, son.
Right there.
But anyway, see the DAF2 hormone receptor?
Yeah.
That's it. Click that. I don't know if it's gonna let you play the sound.
No, they won't do the sound. But they can see they can see the video, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so here she's telling you how it works. See where it say hormone receptors are similar to human hormone receptors, receptor for insulin and IGF-1? Right. So some of these hormones, she had to rename them or name them because they didn't know they existed.
Damn.
All right, now, her work is to find longevity. Now go to the search bar and look up, I don't know if it's going to tell you about the secret society, but it's called the Lazarus Group. Lazarus like Lazarus in the Bible. Go to the all so we can see what they talk, if it's the right one.
They Chinese niggas?
So the Lazarus Group, he might be part of it because they got people from all over the world involved in the Lazarus Group, but they all of them old motherfuckers like Henry Kissinger, the Rockefeller brothers, all the motherfuckers is part of the Lazarus Group.
Yeah.
It's a secret society. I think they talk about it in the X-Files and they talk about it in another TV show, but their quest is to find, it's a horror movie that talk about it too, but their quest is to find a way to eternal life. Right? So the Lazarus Group was responsible for a lot of the resurgence of the old technology that Hitler recovered and learning that they had age reversing technology.
Mm.
All right, now we're talking genetics, we're talking Yakub's grafted double. I need you to pull up chromosome sheath. Because for you to understand what I'm about to tell you next, you have to have a visual.
Chromosome what?
SHEATH.
S H.
Okay, put this in there. Put TEL. Erase that.
Chromosome.
Yeah, erase that. TELMERE. All right, now we're talking. You see that red piece on the end of the chromosome, right? That's called a telomere. As you get older, that gets smaller, and as that gets smaller, it's because you age because of that. Now, remember in the Bible, it's saying the Spirit of God shall not always dwell with man, for his years shall be 120.
Yeah.
when you born, you see the third line up. You got a cursor you can put on it to show what I'm talking about.
I don't got a cursor on this one, but I got it blew up for you if you can. So
Okay,
you
so
can see.
now you see. Okay, now look. You see where it's red?
Yeah.
It's a line over that. That's the first line.
Yeah.
Then it's the second line, and then the third line.
Yeah.
When you born, you approximately, that telomere is approximately to the third line.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you are about 60, it's right there.
Okay.
In order to take an eternal being and limit their life, altering the genetics, you have to clip the telomere. And once you did it, it used to cover the entire chromosome. But now it doesn't. This is when they stole our eternal life. Right here is how they did it.
Man. Go ahead.
Okay, now, zoom back. Okay, so now they made us be where our lifespan is roughly 120 years, and that's determined by that part of the telomere. That determines our aging cycles. In order for that to work, the body had to create a receptor in order to have a chemical tell the body how old it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is done through a series of hormones called human growth hormones, HGH.
Mm-hmm.
Pull HGH up so the people can see I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because if they don't know, I know what I'm talking about by
right
now.
HGH.
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 Yeah. You see that blue bottle right there?
Right here?
HGH on it.
Human growth hormone.
Yeah. You see what it said at the bottom?
It says
Samotropin rDNA origin for injection.
Wow, go ahead.
Okay, now this is what bodybuilders is using to replace these steroids because it doesn't have the same toxic effects. Right? But remember they've been talking about our DNA all through the television. Right? And they talking about stem cells and shit with the rDNA. They talking about receptors and cells and all that shit. All of that is in relation to the jab and related topics. And we're not going to address that. Now, the HGH is responsible in different strains of itself to that the pituitary gland produces in increments, and as it produces a certain amount, the chemical changes. Now, remember what they told us the rDNA do, right?
Yeah, it copies cells, right?
Yeah, it tells the cells what's good, what's not, what to accept and what not to accept. Right? Now, let's go back to the screen so we can chop it up some more on this Yakub's grafted devil shit.
Go ahead, because you just gave me a lot of clues to go off of on my own little research off of it. That's on the chromosome joint.
We gotta remember, Pops told us all this shit. I just put it in a way that more people can understand it. That's it.
Yeah, I just seen it when you was putting it out.
I'm not telling you nothing. I'm not telling you nothing that ain't already written.
It's fire. That was fire.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, now, so Yakub grafted a devil. This big-head scientist, whether he existed or not, becomes irrelevant, or what they call in law a moot point, when the effect of if he did exist is here. Right? So Whether Yakub actually grafted the devil or not becomes a moot point. It's not even relevant because the byproduct, the end result of what they claim Yakub's grafted devil's aim was, has been reached.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because he created an inferiorly genetic people,
Mm-hmm.
and he put them in front of him to rule over his people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're talking about imperial conquest in royal families of ancient times and modern era unfolding. When you understand,
Just cut off, come back on.
Hey, hold the show for a minute, Doc. I gotta take this call.
I got you. Hey man, if you in the building, hit that like. Go ahead. Rod, how you been? Hey, if you in the building, let me stop saying the screen. Hey, if you in the building, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, right? And if you want to show us some love, show the brother Rod Haynes some love, we're dropping this Cash App in the links. So you know, he don't do it for money, but we like to show the brother some love because this is what he do. Bring us the information that we need to the family, right? So I'm dropping it in the links right now. I drop it every I drop it in the links every 5 minutes because we got a record amount of people on here right now. Like we had 500 and something. That's the most I've had on a live at one time. And it could be more than that because this computer delayed. So, but if you're in the building, Rob Bot, we appreciate you for coming out. Like I say, hit that like. We got 500 people. Everybody hit that like, man. Come on in. Go share it on Facebook. Tell everybody we on live with the legendary Rod Haynes. We on live. And that chromosome joint he just dropped, man, he just gave me another part of this shit because I'm finna ready to do a tape called Which One Was First, the woman or the man? The woman or the man, which one was first? And I was looking at the chromosomes. Rob Haynes probably got to click back on and click back off. If you want to show me some love, we're dropping my Cash App in the links. You know what I'm saying? So we love. We take $1, $5, $10, whatever you got. If you want to show me and the brother Roy Haynes that you really down with us, send us $100. Send us $100, man. That'll really put your brother in the game right now. I'm telling you. That'll put me in the game right now. If the ancestors send me $100, that put me in the game. Yeah, so we're talking about Yakub's drafted devil. And the Rod Haynes is giving his perspective on it, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of other stuff to add to my game. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We absorb everybody's perspective. Whether it don't matter if you disagree with them or not, you think that their perspective is wrong or not. We just absorb that perspective and take what we can take from it, and we add it to our game. That just make us just that much better, right? So I think Ron Haynes is gonna be back on in a minute. I think his phone, somebody called him or something. So I'll just give him a minute. He gonna be back on. But that chromosome joint, man, and he might have just gave me. He just gave me the energy to go looking into an eternal life thing with the chromosomes and the telomeres that he was just talking about. I'm gonna go look into that. I might do a tape on the chromosomes. Come back on that joint. That's a whole tape right there that we could get in on. If you're in the building, hit that like, man. Hit that subscribe. I told y'all we're gonna get the brother Rod Haynes back on. We got other people we bringing on too as for the features to keep this thing rolling, keep it live, keep it lit. We hitting you every day. We put out the black extraterrestrial tape this morning. It should be showing up on the page tomorrow. Because they got a 1 day delay on our tapes. So we put 3 tapes out yesterday. So them tapes should be showed up tomorrow. And yeah, he giving me a whole nother perspective on the Yakub thing, man. You know, he tying it all in together. He bringing it all home. All right, we got Hakeem in the building with us right here, man. Look at this dude. Look at this dude, bro. Look at this dude. Hey, Hakeem, go on in there, close the door so I can kick the background noise out. Close the door. Bring me back a pretzel, bro. Bring me back a pretzel, Hakeem. Yeah, so we glad you tuned in with us today, man. You know, historical event. And like Yakub, the 6,000 years, he was given 6,000 years for his people to do this business. And I believe it was all ordained because I believe everything happens for a reason. And everything, even though it might seem bad, it's always a good side to it. But Yakub created this devil, and now Rob Haynes just pointed out that the devil is a lawyer, right? And you know, they tell us about the devil's advocate, and then they say Jesus